Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss Cardano, how it's currently performing, and what we could expect during the upcoming days and hours. But before doing so, I would like to say thank you very much for actually subscribing to this channel, and I would highly appreciate to see that 1.6k getting reached. So thank you very much already for smashing up the subscribe buttons down below. And let's get started on the current price action of Cardano. What we can clearly see right now on the daily time frame is that we are inside of this falling wedge pattern, and what I think is actually crucial right now is that we have seen multiple touch points underneath this descending resistance, but what we have seen as well, multiple touch points on top of this descending support. Therefore, this is a confirmed falling wedge pattern, and if we do see a breakout occur above this descending resistance and further continuation towards the upside, it is highly likely that we are going to head all the way towards the beginning of this pattern, and therefore a possible breakout will be heading all the way towards $2.96. So that is something I'm absolutely looking forward to, and I personally think this is for sure a likely possibility if we do actually see further continuation of momentum towards the upside, a breakout occur, and afterwards increase towards the $2.96 taking place. So this being said, let's discuss right away actually what the Cardano price action is doing right now. And I would like to get started actually by looking at the daily time frame and especially enabling the EMA ribbon. So if we take a look at the EMA ribbon, we are right now breaking out above it, or we were breaking out above it, and we are actually getting rejected underneath the descending resistance, and we are clearly heading straight back down. What I think is actually crucial right now is that we are actually holding strong on top of the $1.31 range. But for me personally, it's a very important level, but this level is something I would like to discuss later on during this video on the 4-hourly time frame. Right now, what I think is crucial is that if we hold strong on top of this range and perhaps see accumulation taking place sideways all the way towards the touch point underneath this descending resistance and perhaps a possible breakout, we could see a major movement towards the upside. But if we do get rejected underneath this range, it is likely that we are going to see a further decline towards the touch point on top of this descending support, or perhaps if we do not hold strong on top of this horizontal range right now, it is also possible that we are going to see a further decline towards the touch point on top of this descending support. So yeah, this is something I wanted to say right away, and therefore I would like to head once more towards the 4-hourly time frame. What I think is quite important right here is that we are actually seeing that instead of experiencing the EMA ribbon as a level of resistance, we are clearly seeing that the EMA ribbon is supporting the trend so far. So we are right now experiencing the very first touch point on top of the EMA ribbon as a level of support, and this is giving me confidence that if we do hold strong on top of the $1.31 range, it is possible that we are going to see a further increase. We will get supported by the EMA ribbon, and therefore further continuation towards the upside, and a possible breakout above the descending resistance is likely to occur. Something else I would like to show you why I think actually this range, horizontal range of support and resistance, is absolutely very important for Cardano's price action right now, is because we are clearly holding strong on top of previous resistance. And if we look even further back, we could clearly see that we actually held strong already on top of this point previously. So this is already a major level of support previously, also a level of resistance. Right now, we can find support on top of it. And if we head even further back, we can see that support was being found on top of it and resistance underneath. Therefore, this range where we are currently trading at is absolutely a crucial range that we have to take into consideration, that if we do hold strong on top of it, a further continuation of movement towards the upside is absolutely likely to occur, and a possible breakout above this descending resistance is also a possibility. So I'm actually looking forward to the upcoming hours and days to see what the price development is going to look like. Also, let's take a quick look immediately at what we are currently seeing on the RSI on the 4-hourly time frame. If we enable the RSI, what I think is actually looking absolutely marvelous is that we are clearly experiencing a bullish divergence. The reason why is because we are seeing a higher low on the chart, and at the same time we are actually seeing a lower low on the RSI, meaning that therefore we are right now experiencing a bullish divergence, and this could perhaps show us that we are actually going to see a stronghold getting found on top of the $1.31. Clearly, we are already doing so, but due to this bullish divergence, I'm even more convinced that this is a possibility that we will be holding strong on top of this range, and a possible breakout might occur on Cardano. So therefore, I'm actually looking forward to the upcoming price development. And even more important, what I think is actually looking marvelous is that the RSI on the 4-hourly time frame is actually below the 50 range. So therefore, if we do right now accumulate sideways and eventually see a further increase in price action taking place, what I think is very important is that we still have plenty of space towards the upside to do so. So therefore, a further continuation of the momentum towards the upside will be very likely to occur if we do see right now an increase in price action taking place. So that is actually something I think looks very good. Also, if we take a quick look at the daily time frame, right there, we are actually not seeing any type of bullish nor bearish divergences. But what I think is quite marvelous here on the RSI is that we are at the 50 range. So therefore, the exact same theory applies, that if we do still see further increase in price action, there is a lot of space on the RSI to see further continuation towards the upside. So that is actually looking absolutely marvelous. During this video, I would also like to say that I want to discuss the MACD. So therefore, I would like to get started on the MACD on the daily time frame. But before discussing the MACD, what I must say that actually is absolutely important if you are not yet holding Cardano, that if we do actually see a breakout occur above this range, so if you are right now looking for a cryptocurrency that could give you potential major returns, I personally think that if you purchase Cardano, once we do see a clear breakout occur above the descending resistance, hold strong on top of it. Do not see a breakdown underneath it anymore, but actually clearly see an increase and a stronghold getting found on top of this range. Well, if this occurs, I personally think it is a major opportunity to purchase Cardano at very cheap prices. And also, do not forget that down below in the description, you will be able to earn up to 4,100 USD Tether by using the link down below towards Bybit. And that is something that you do not want to miss out on, especially because if you are right now willing to purchase Cardano, you still have a possible 122% move that could take place within the upcoming days. So that is something you do not want to miss out on for sure. Well, that being said, I would like to head straight away towards the MACD. What I clearly see in the MACD is that it looks very good to me, especially because previously we were actually experiencing a bullish divergence. We were clearly seeing this lower lows on the chart, and we were as well seeing this higher lows on the MACD, meaning that we were actually experiencing a bullish divergence on the MACD. Right now, we are not experiencing a bullish divergence anymore, but what I think is actually looking very good to me is that we already experienced momentum towards the upside. We have right now seen a decline taking place, and if we accumulate sideways for a while on top of the $1.31, we will be seeing an even further decline perhaps. But what is actually crucial is that if we do eventually see a breakout occur above this range, we will perhaps see one more momentum wave towards the upside taking place. So I'm actually not concerned about this development on the daily time frame, because I think it is rather unrealistic that we are going to see a decline and as well a crossover occur on the daily time frame. I only think this is a possibility if we do not hold strong on top of the $1.31 and see a further breakdown heading towards a touch point on top of this descending support. As I've said previously, a possibility if we do not hold strong on top of the $1.31 range. Lastly, I would like to take a quick look at the 4-hourly time frame. On the 4-hourly time frame, we are clearly seeing that the opposite is taking place. Instead of experiencing momentum towards the upside, we are clearly experiencing momentum towards the downside right now on the MACD. And this is actually showing us that if we do potentially hold strong on top of this $1.31, we will be seeing an even further decline in momentum towards the downside, and therefore a possible crossover might occur on the MACD, and momentum towards the upside will start being created, meaning that a possible movement above this descending resistance might occur and a further continuation towards the upside, heading all the way towards the $2.96. So I would actually like to show you where the most amount of volume was trading during this downtrend to see where we can expect the most amount of resistance in the immediate short term, or once we do actually see a breakout occur above the descending resistance. So therefore I would like to place a fixed range volume program from swing high all the way towards swing low. And what you can clearly see is that at this point in time, at approximately $2.13, we will be experiencing the most amount of resistance. So yeah, if we do right now see a further continuation towards the upside and a potential breakout occur above the descending resistance, we have to take into consideration that below this range, we might get rejected and see afterwards a stronghold getting found anywhere in between these two ranges to see afterwards further increase in price action, heading towards our price target at $2.96. So if you did enjoy the content, do not forget to give me a big thumbs up, and as well, do not forget this important price action and market action that we are currently seeing on Cardano. I'm personally looking forward to this possible breakout, so I hope you do too. Have a nice day and bye bye.